Hello and welcome back to the garden. Beautiful sunny day. Did have quite a bit of rain last night that was very welcome. Now today we're going to be harvesting. We're going to start with the cucumbers. These are the outdoor cucumbers, Telegraph. We'll take some celery. We'll take the cauliflowers have all come ready now, so we'll take all those. And then we'll go down and see what's ready at the bottom as well. So we'll start with these outdoor cucumbers. They have grown quite a bit. There's quite a mass of leaves on them. They're quite big. They'll do nicely. I think we need 3 of these today. I'll just pass it to Di because I'll have to find my way in again. There's a nice cucumber. And the third one will be just here, look, sat on top. That'll be easy to get. That's 3. That'll do for now. As you can see, there's quite a few still coming. They're all the way along now. Now, I've took the net off the celery. I've had to release it a bit now because they're getting so big. So it's just the 2 ends that are holding the net now, the mesh. And so I'll take these to this side and it might just ease the pressure on it a bit. But they're quite big. There's one. There's one. You can see I broke it there, look. There's one. We'll pop it in the wheelbarrow and then when we take it up we'll clean all this off. So we've just got the nice stem. But I will take another one. The roots are so big I had to cut it off. But we'll finish that off up at the cleaning station up there. As you can see, oh, another very large celery. Nice plant, quite heavy. I'll pop these in the wheelbarrow. We're going to pick some courgettes because there's always courgettes. But I'll just show you how the pumpkins are doing. That's one. Another one here. And I do believe there's another one in there. There's the other one there. Now, as you can see, the pumpkins are beginning to turn. The leaves are dying back a little bit now. The only thing I did different this year, because I only really wanted 3 large pumpkins. Now, my granddaughters now are grown up and at university. So I only wanted 3 pumpkins this year. So what I did is once they'd actually set a pumpkin on them, I actually stopped the plant from producing any more, and they've produced 3 quite good ones. There was 4, but one, the smallest one, actually rotted, so I've had to take that away. Now we'll pick these courgettes. As you can see, that's what we call a marrow. But you can still use it as a courgette. It's not quite got to the ridiculous size. That's a proper courgette. And that's what you got to be aware of. Look, when you get a lot of courgettes on, you'll get 1 or 2 rotting off from the flower end. But the compost. I think there's one more down here. You get it? Okay. There it is. A bit dirty, but that'll wash off. These here not quite ready yet, so we'll leave those. That one's going rotten at the end, look, so I'll take that off anyway. Yeah, it's probably due to all this wet weather we've had. This one, that's the one we had. So there's only 2 to go to the compost bin. We'll move to the cauliflowers next. Got quite a few of those ready, but we need to get them off, because if you don't, you know what happens to cauliflowers, they'll blow. As you can see, I have taken the frame down. I still have to take it down the bottom now and store it for now and get all this tidied up. See, it's cracking already, look. But that'll be fine. Right, these are the cauliflowers. We covered some of these up with the leaves, if you can remember, but they're definitely ready, look. There's actually the outer parts of the care, they're beginning to pink a little, so we do really need to get them harvested. This is another one we covered. Can you see, look, pinking, so it needs harvesting. There you are. Now there's quite a few cauliflowers here that are showing, so what I should do is I'll harvest them and then show you what we've got. Now that's the cauliflowers harvested that are ready. There's just 2 at that end that I'll just leave for another couple of days because they're not quite ready. As you can see, they're very nice heads. There's just this one that's just beginning to stretch a little, so that's a good sign that they should be peaked. What'll happen is that whole head would do that and then it's spoiled. While we're in this tunnel, if you remember, we picked the calabrese from that end and we crisscrossed the top, and there's 1 or 2, maybe 4 or 5, I don't know until I actually get over them to have a look, that have thrown more heads, so we'll take those as well. Now we've opened the net on this end where the calabrese is, and I'm just going to cut some of these secondary bracts, if you like to call them that have come up since we harvested the main. If you don't get them, these will have yellow flowers on, so it's, we need to get them as soon as we can. That could have done with a few days ago, but that's perfectly alright. There's another one here, look, we'll take that. You can take those like that. Well, about once a week, if not, if the weather breaks a little bit and we get some rain. About every 3 or 4 days you'll get that. Now, these are the red cabbages. Now, instead of that nice round cabbage in the middle what I ordered, I've got big pointy ones in the middle. But they're not quite what we ordered, but they are red cabbage, so that's another thing to be looking into this year. There's been quite a few. Yeah, we've got it. You see, they're quite a big plant. I'll just shut this down. I just need to strip a few of these leaves off and then we'll cut the head. It's splitting a little bit, so that leaf ought to come off really. There you are. Now, I know they're not quite. Something's been scratching at it. I know they're not quite what we wanted, but the colour is beautiful. Anyway, it's quite a heavy cabbage. Right, there you are. There's a mini coal. It's so solid. It's a lovely cabbage. One of my favourite cabbages, very nice to grow. I'll get 2 of those. Very nice cabbage, easy to harvest, like you just strip those off. Strip those off. Cut that with the knife. Straight, that's it. Take the bits off. A couple of leaves on top. That's just got a bit of earth on it. Look. And a good cabbage. You'll lose 2 leaves when you come to clean it for cooking anyway. Good solid cabbage. Now we've just had a look at the sweet corn. I will pick a few because they're about ready, and if you do that there's some nice sap, yellow sap comes out, so they're ready. Not much on them but very nice. Remember you cut that off anyway. There's your sweet corn there. Now if this has happened to your sweet corn where it's burst open, you've got all these bits coming through, that is stress. It's the stress on the plant with rain, no rain, hot, cold, and that stresses the plant, and that is the result what you'll get. I've seen it quite a few times this year, and I've got one of my own here that's doing it. Stress. It's the weather. There is 1 or 2 of the cobs in the middle that's been protected from the weather that have come up alright, so we'll take some of those for now. You see they're fine. I'll just take the tassel off. We'll leave them like that until we get them up to the house. I'm trying to drop all the mess in one place so I can get to it with the wheelbarrow later. I'll get the rest and then we'll show you when we get to the table what we've got. Right, we'll take this savoy. I'm going to try and lift the whole lot again. He says, oh, I need both hands. Lovely clean plant. We'll just drop the leaves and we'll take that nice head. We've got down to where the beetroot is, and if you remember we harvested one lot which has now been processed, etc. And now we need to lift the second lot. We'll lift them out. I think the net will just have to be left over like a weed there, look. Fat end. Right, now we've had some rain overnight but the ground is so dry I'm going to have to forklift them just to loosen them. You can see it's quite strong down there. There you go. Nice beetroot. That one's coming up with it as well. That's okay. There you go. You can see that they're coming up okay. I'll lift them and show you what we've got. There you are, there's the second basket of beetroot, and that should be enough to get us through the winter now. As you can see, we have the spring onion, the guardsman, stood here, so we'll take some of those out as well. Again, the ground is so hard, I'm having to break the top with the fork to get them out. I don't want to just pull them because it'll just break them off. There you are. That's what we're going to get like that. And then when we take them up to wash them, they'll come apart quite easily at the tank. Yeah, I don't know if you can remember, but we actually set these in a little trench that had been backfilled with compost, and then the young plants were put on top, and that's the result of that, which is that will do very, very nicely. Now the radish that I put in that row there, they've come up. They're not the ones we ordered, because we always order the same ones, so we know what they look like when we harvest them. But these have all blown to seed or split, and they're not the right colour for what we ordered. So again, we're getting seed that we haven't ordered, and the quality is not as good neither. I'll actually end up pulling those and putting them on the compost. There is no good to us at all. Now we're back to the tomato harvest again. As you can see, there's still a lot of tomatoes. Same as before, Diane will pick the red and I'll pick the orange. There's the tomatoes we've just harvested, quite a few there. Now there's a few King Edward potatoes here. We are a little short up at the house, so we'll take a few of these. A couple of roots, I think. I've scored that one a bit. I'll just have another dig and see what we got. They're not so bad. Oh. One more then. I just move those so I can turn it. Again, to say that we had all that rain last night, the ground is so dry. They'll be fine, right? We'll take a boiling up with this. Some are a bit small, but couple more there. Look. I think that'll be enough for us for the weekend. I'll just cover these, the next line that was there. Yeah. Now we'll get those in the tray and take those up, give them a wash. Now we've come into the fruit cage, because as you can see, this is the second crop of raspberries. Remember, we took the first crop and tied them up, but this is the second crop that just come up fruit, and then we cut them down when they're finished. But as you can see, got beautiful big berries on them. Now we need to keep picking these to keep in front of the wasps, because if you miss a couple of days, they'll be in and they will annihilate the whole lot. They spoil it. So we're picking in front again. As you can see, they're nice big berries, and there's plenty of them. The size on them. It's probably due to this weather we've been having, actually. Yeah, so we'll pick them because I need Di to give me a hand, and then we'll show you what we've got. There's a wasp. There's the raspberries we've picked today. This 1 day ago I picked. So these, we're coming every other day now, so we're getting a fair few. The second crop, I think, are a little bit larger than the first crop, but that might just be the weather. They're still raspberries and they're still nice. Now we've had quite a harvest today, so I'll go through it with you and show you what we've managed to harvest. There's a very nice Savoy cabbage. There's 2 mini cole, excellent cabbage. There's some courgettes, of course. There's 3 of the cucumbers from outdoors. They are called Telegraph. The red cabbage, it's not quite what we ordered, but a beautiful colour. There's the cauliflowers that we got quite a few, as you can see. The calabrese, remember, that's the second crop off it, so it's slightly smaller but just as nice. The sweet corn, we skinned one off, that's ready, so they'll be ready inside. The raspberries, which saw us picking, and the rest of the cauliflowers. Now they are the red tomatoes. There's several varieties in there, so we won't go through that. These are all sun gold. There's a few split, but the chickens will have those, that's no problem. Got some spring onion guardsman, excellent onion, look at the length on those. Celery, two roots of celery, good length on them. The last of the garden beetroot, so that's quite a crop we've had off those. Now we've lifted a few potatoes ready for tomorrow. They're King Edward VII, quite nice. And then Diane's nipped down and cooked me a lettuce Lolla Rossa. That, my friends, is what you call a bountiful harvest. It's all pure organic, there's no chemical at all gone on the garden, and you must agree with me that that looks good and will taste good, I can assure you. That'll be it for now. Thank you for being with us, and we'll see you again soon. Bye now.